Hi everyone, this is Anouk. I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking all about stretching and how I get and stay flexible and get flexible quickly. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you are a subscriber or you've been here before. So I've given myself some time to compile a list of things that I do and the things that I've found helpful, and along the years I've gone through phases of stretching a lot, being really flexible, losing a lot of flexibility, not stretching a lot, getting flexible again. And so I've kind of figured out personally what works really well for me to get flexible as quickly as possible. So the first thing I want to mention, and probably the most important part about stretching and getting flexible, you want to warm up and you want to stay warm while you're stretching. So even if you're doing an active stretch or passive stretch, no matter what kind of stretching you're doing, you don't want to do it while your body's cold. And so you can do a warm up where you're, jumping up and down. It doesn't really matter. Just engage your body, get your blood flowing. And then I recommend putting on warm clothes or turning on like a space heater or something, so that while you're stretching and working on your flexibility, your body is staying warm as well. So you don't want to be cooling down as you're trying to stretch. Something that I really like to do is starting with an ab workout. So doing like a plank or a series of different abdominal strengthening exercises, strengthening the back. You can really do anything, but I think starting with your core is really helpful because while you're stretching, you want to make sure that you're keeping your core engaged, unless of course you're stretching the front of your abs, or if you're doing a super passive stretching, you want to be keeping your core engaged while you're stretching. My next tip is to follow tutorials. This might be kind of obvious, but you might have ideas in your head of what it means to stretch, but it's definitely important to stay updated with like the latest research on stretching, and also watch a lot of different tutorials and kind of figure out different methods that work for you. So there's lots of different ways to get flexible, but in every way, stretching is how you get flexible. So whether you're doing PNF stretches, whether you're just doing a lot of yoga, whether you're doing more dance-like exercises, or if you're doing yin or restorative yoga, those are more passive stretching techniques that can also help you get flexible really fast. I recommend honestly like trying different things and coming at your flexibility from different directions. So personally for me, I do a lot of different styles of stretching, and I use them at different times depending on my current needs of my body. So, just a quick example, and I can talk about this more in another video if you guys are interested in learning about that, and kind of like how I choose different methods of stretching. But just a quick example, if I'm in a recovery process of a workout, say I worked out super hard or I took dance classes that made me really sore, I am going to spend the day after that doing a lot more passive stretching than I would active stretching, because I feel like my body needs to relax more, but I still want to stretch it out so that I don't feel tight. And I want to and I also want to speed up the process of no longer feeling sore. Say I feel super great, I'm not sore, I have a lot of energy, I'm definitely going to focus more on active stretching. So yoga, PNF. PNF stretching is where you're contracting and releasing as you're stretching, and there's a lot of videos. I know that's like a really popular thing that people do nowadays. I've watched a lot of videos on like how to get your splits flat fast and stuff like that to kind of see like what's out there for people who are looking to get flexible and kind of what's the main advice going around. But yeah, PNF, you can look up PNF stretches. You'll find lots of videos. It's a really good way to get flexible in a really safe and healthy way as well. I personally do a lot of yoga, and I'm a certified yoga instructor, so I really know what I'm doing, and I have a lot of knowledge on different poses and different like flows that can help me get to a certain pose that I want to get to. Like if I'm working on the splits, I personally don't just get into a position and like hold it there trying to get into the splits. I do lots of different types of movements and lots of different poses and stretches that kind of lead me into the splits. That kind of leads into my next tip, which is stretch everything. If your goal is, I really want to get the splits as fast as possible, stretching in a couple, ways, really focusing on the splits is okay. Like you'll eventually get there, but you'll get there faster if you're doing that, but like also stretching your whole body. So even your hands, your arms, your shoulders, everything's connected, and the looser your entire body is, the more easily you'll be able to get into different flexible poses that you're looking to get into, or just the faster that you'll experience relief in your body, and there's an increase in blood flow in your whole body. Everything's connected, so you don't want to neglect certain areas of your body or certain directions of stretching because you're so focused on getting one single pose. Drink a little tea. My next tip is you need to be breathing while you are stretching. So if you're not breathing, it's gonna take you so much longer to feel flexible because your body is like screaming for oxygen. As you're opening up and getting more flexible, you need to increase the amount of oxygen that's entering your body. It helps with your circulation. Like everything is trying to work together and expand. I'm like becoming very like yoga teacher right now, but I promise you, if you are breathing, everything just works so much better. And it sounds obvious, but a lot of times when we're stretching, it's uncomfortable and maybe even it hurts a little bit, or it's a little achy and it's just like, ugh, or it's boring or whatever it is, you don't want to do it. We tend to hold our breath when we feel those things, but you really need to breathe while you're stretching. That's why yoga is so effective for gaining flexibility, because you're actively breathing while you're doing all of the movements. So I definitely carry that breathing exercise with me any kind of stretching I do. So you can think about counting while you're breathing to help you kind of relax. That's also going to help you get deeper into stretches as well. So yes, so breathe, breathe, breathe. If you get anything from this video, it's literally just think about breathing while you're stretching, and you'll notice like your body starts to relax. It becomes a little easier, and you'll start feeling that flexibility. You'll start feeling that growth faster. Just a couple more tips. One is use tools like a foam roller or resistance bands, or you can use those massage balls and roll out your feet and help you kind of open up different parts of your body so that when you're stretching, like there's already more, it kind of speeds up the increase in circulation. And yeah, tools are great for that. There's lots of different massage and stretching tools that you'll find. If you're doing more like yoga exercises or trying to get your splits, yoga blocks will help. Even like pillows, if you get like a strap or even like a towel, you can wrap a towel, say like you wrap a towel around your foot and like pull it forward. That just helps you like keep your back straight. You want to make sure that you're being really careful while you're stretching as well. So there's definitely a threshold where you don't want to be feeling like super in pain, where now your muscles are like clenching and like holding back. That's where you could get injuries. And you're also teaching your body that stretching hurts, and then your muscles contract trying to protect themselves from getting injured. So it's really not very beneficial. It's going to slow down how flexible you get. So you want to feel a really nice deep stretch, but you still want to be able to breathe and relax the parts of your body that you're not working with. Otherwise, it's just a call for getting injured. I also recommend tracking your progress and staying very consistent with stretching as part of your routine. Tracking progress, I find, can be really helpful in seeing that results are coming. I think we can easily get discouraged when we don't see those results right away. And when you're trying to get flexible, there will be periods of time where you feel maybe even tighter than before you started stretching, or there's like a feeling of soreness that can come with stretching a lot when your body's not really used to it, and that's totally normal. And also, like, tracking your progress can help you see that, oh, okay, even though I feel really tight and sore, like there is still a big change. Like I am still gaining that flexibility. But yeah, so it's definitely okay to, if you feel sore and overworked, to do more passive stretching. So you can look up yin yoga exercises or restorative yoga, like laying on the ground and just putting your feet up on the wall. That, for example, can really help you stretch out your hamstrings, but there's little to no work involved in your body. So it's also relaxing as well. And like I said earlier, that those types of stretching can help you recover from soreness a lot quicker. My last piece of advice is go to in-person classes. So if you're looking to increase your mobility or flexibility, and if you're a dancer, you're already going to lots of classes anyway, okay, that's great. If you are not, but you're looking to get more flexible, going to classes in person can be a very positive, uplifting, and connecting experience for you that can really help you feel supported in what you're doing. So I think if you go to yoga classes and work on your flexibility with other people who are also working on their flexibility, it kind of helps you feel like you're not alone. If uh, it feels hard for you and you see that it's not easy for other people either, it can kind of ground you and help you just continue to move forward with your goals. You know, you can go to Pilates classes. There are some classes that are just stretching. So, you know, look up in your area kind of what's around, different types of classes. Okay, everybody, I think that's it for my tips. Thank you so much for being here, for listening, and hopefully some of this advice was helpful. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.